One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Put total weather to crank us up. Coming out with it, it's Jackson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Pass, it's Simpson. The sure hands, it's Williams. Let's talk about Alabama. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, remember, conference champ.
He's loose. It's a seam wide open. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Now adjusting. On the run, still looking. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start to this offense.
He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be first and goal. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they all the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They just keep firing. Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10. On the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An 84-yard drive there. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. To the air, it's Sellers. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Bennett. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. And not much going on downfield. They just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Tosses it back. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Gets open down the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Wants to keep it in the air. This time it's complete. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air, it's Sellers. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Picked off to stop the threat.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. To the air on second down. He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on! They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. It's complete. And he's still running after the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now, LaNorris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body. And you better look out, college football.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. And the ball squirted out. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
From the gun, the running back has it. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
On the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the 1st down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
With the catch, it's Williams. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. The RPO, it's complete. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown time! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Here's the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Snags it. And he will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bennett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Sets up the screen. Oh, a lot of space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short.
42 Spider.
To throw, it's Simpson. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cuevas. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
That's caught. It's Williams. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Wants to bring it back. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Quick completion on the out. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This deep
into the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, he set his offense up at the 30. To the air, it's Simpson. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to swing it on second down. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama!
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Nebraska is just getting blown off the field right now. I've seen some stinkers in my day. This one smells like a pasture. How's that for descriptive? They're trailing by 21 to Northwestern. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Bennett. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Bennett. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Easton. Roller.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. Caught at the 25. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
Set to kick off.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Williams. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
42, South Carolina, 7.
So first down will open up the final period.
Get set.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Snagged in the middle, it's Miller. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Sends it back in motion. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
This quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
Alabama comes to the line with first and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Going up top again. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man, zone. I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they can continue to highlight this guy in the passing game.
Finds his man down the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lets it fly. Touchdown tie. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Using his feet to buy time. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
And he makes the grab at the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosion...
It's a running room. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Powers forward. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Trying to pull his way in. Big fella fighting for every inch, but he will not get there, and it'll be fourth down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, fourth and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Down big. Might as well. They'll go for it on fourth and goal. Looking to throw. Big fella moving. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success, because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Williams. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And here comes the offense on second down. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on second down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer to take over an established contender or build a team from the ground up? Pay attention to each team's prestige rating, represented by the number of stars next to each team's name. Teams with a higher prestige will be ready. Time to figure out where on the coaching staff you want to start. Now for the fun part. Here, you'll create a coach. Now it's time to choose your coach's archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What's most important to you? Maximizing player development, acquiring new talent, or putting your team in the best position to win? Congratulations. It's time to sign your first coaching.